the story of the hour, R-Truth. I found this article on Yahoo Sports, and I think it was posted from this blog called Uncrowned here. And the headline reads, WWE Money in the Bank, big takeaways, R-Truth's release, all part of the show, says Triple H. So Triple H is saying that this was scripted, Nika, and he's with you.
But is he telling the truth?
We don't know. R-Truth.
Exactly.
R-Truth or your truth?
Good question.
All right. Well, let's scroll ahead to the next slide. This was written by Raj Prasad, Uncrowned, June 7th, 2025, 9:12 our time last night.
Okay.
It is a short little brief mention here at the top. John Cena's retirement tour saw another unexpected swerve with Ron Killings, a.k.a. R-Truth, returning at the conclusion of a wild WWE Money in the Bank 2025 event on Saturday night from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. The show provided plenty of twists with a new women's Intercontinental Champion, 2 new contenders with Money in the Bank briefcase, and Jacob Fatu yet again stealing the spotlight. You know, we didn't talk about that.
We kind of,
skipped over that. We'll talk about that maybe in a second. But let's keep it on truth. As we unpack all that went down, here are our biggest takeaways from WWE Money in the Bank 2025 as we march toward SummerSlam. And at the top here, number 1, R-Truth out, Ron Killings in. John Cena's final run is certainly unlike anything we've seen before. It felt like his matches with Randy Orton and R-Truth were his odes to the past before he moved on to the current day and the future of WWE on his way out. His tag team match with Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso on Saturday provided the right level of chaos, and his breakdown with Paul was perfectly played. This was when I tell you they got into a little spat with each other. Cena used the title as a weapon once again, his new signature move, and was on his way to another win over Rhodes before Ron Killings made his unexpected return just days after his reported release. Nika, if you can skip ahead one more. You'll see Triple H on the bottom here, but to finish out this little blurb, it says, whether this was the plan the entire time or something that was a reaction to the fans, it's fascinating to see where we go from here. Though WWE Chief Creative Officer Paul Triple H Levesque claimed Killings' release was all part of the show in his post-event press conference. Regardless, it's clear for now that WWE is doing its best to keep Rhodes and Cena on the back burner. I don't know about all that, but Triple H is quoted here in the tweet below. It says, "Are you enjoying the show? It's all part of the show." Nice. So according to him, again, he's doubling down on this idea that the whole saga with R-Truth getting released and then showing up out of nowhere last night was all part of the script. He was never released. The tweet that he sent out on June 1st was scripted, and they were working together on it. Like, are you buying all this, Nika?
At this point, I have to. What other...
Yeah, I still go back to the way this all ended last night. And it just seems like it was, if it wasn't scripted, that they really made it look scripted.
Yeah, I think it was scripted. But I don't know about his contract. Is he being released? I mean, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
So... And
you can see that there's a push to
bring
in a
people.
new kind of generation into WWE. And again, he's not the future of the product.
Right.
You know, but I think he is a fan favorite. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. I wasn't really prepared at all to talk about R-Truth today. And I, again, said, I stand by what I said, that I wasn't even planning on getting into the whole drama with him. But now that it's been brought into the forefront,
we had to.
Well, I'm reminded again that like this idea of WWE playing up the fact that it's scripted, but also that it's real news. It's just
the blur lines.
It's so confusing.
I think on purpose.
It is, and I think I want to point out Triple H. He is kind of the right mischief maker to do this, if you will. You know, obviously he was always great on the microphone himself in his own career. He married the boss's daughter, literally, and he owns the keys to the kingdom now. You know, and he
leveled up.
He leveled up, and he has none of the baggage that Vince McMahon has. He literally married the boss's daughter. He's like the opposite of the boss. The boss is the one that effed around and did all the crap behind everyone's back, but he would never want that to happen to his own daughter.
Of course not.
And so who's the one that got that job? Oh, the same one that has his job now. So
it makes sense.
In a way, he's got all of Vince McMahon's teachings and learnings. He got to grow up in the family a little bit now, and yet he doesn't have any of the like scandal is past.
Yeah.
And so I think he is one of the best people to bring this into the future. Certainly, like I said, was always one of my favorites on the mic.
Hey, it brought us into the fold.
It did. And everything that he's got, we were very critical of the product in January that we were seeing. And I got to say, I feel like it's done almost a 180 since then in terms of, you know, just the writing. The writing was really bad in January when we came on, and it seemed like it wasn't very well thought out. It seemed like they didn't have a plan or a trajectory, and even the WrestleMania matches were like kind of
dragged down a little too long.
The obviously, you know, John Cena and Cody Rhodes aside, there was like not a lot of blood feuds going on. I think was that the three-way Seth Rollins that was a big moment because it was unexpected. But going into it, it was flat.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we're glad we started watching, and we're glad we started paying attention because